Good, good. So I got you on speaker here with Eric and Alex and Emyl. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
What's up, babe?
What is up, people?
Hey everyone, welcome back to our vlog. Today we are here with our team leaders, Eric and Alex.
Hey guys.
Hello, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
No problem. So today we're actually going to be interviewing them and get a little insight of what goes on in their heads so that we can get some of that.
Yeah, and it's going to be beneficial to anyone thinking about starting real estate. Even if you're planning on buying or selling in the future, this is a great video for you to understand the process and everything. So let's get started. So to ease in, we're going to do, how did you guys meet?
Cool. So I'll go first.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, do.
So Eric and I had a mutual friend that we both knew separately that really felt we would really get along well together and that we should do a couple of deals together. So lo and behold, he sets up a lunch. We have some lunch, and Eric and I hit it off, and it worked out to be more than a couple of deals. This is 6-7 years in now, right?
That's right.
So a couple of hundred deals later, here we are.
Yeah. And I remember, tell me if you remember this. I was doing short sales at the time, and I was doing videos on YouTube, and I remember showing you a short sale video or something like that. And you were like, wow, that's kind of cool. And I think you were flowing into a time where you really wanted to go in a direction of more marketing videos and stuff like that. That's correct.
Yeah, we were just coming out of that short sale, bad market, and Eric was doing some of that, and it just fit.
Yeah,
it just fit.
Just right.
Yeah,
just right.
Yeah. How/what made you decide to create the H6 Homes team?
Question, I'll let you lead on that one.
Yeah, so the birth of the team was, I would say, out of necessity and out of a desire to grow something bigger than just ourselves. I really think that was the birth of the team concept as it relates to me and Alex and what we wanted to do. Specifically, H6's name and branding and all that stuff is a separate question, but the goal of the team was to be able to impact more people in our community and be able to do it really in a specialized way with key people so that we can maintain that human-to-human touch, but still grow a business in real estate bigger than just what me and him could handle on our own.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, and I think the only thing I'll add to that is we wanted to have certain core values that we used to help our clients achieve their goals and their needs. And so we set up a couple of core values, which is the 6 and the H6, and that's how it came.
So why did you choose La Rosa Realty?
Another good question. Wow, you guys got a bunch of good questions today. So I think we chose La Rosa. Prior to being here, we were with another company, great company, great education. But the move to La Rosa was because it was a strong company. Their values were in line with ours. But along with that, it was a benefit to our team financially because La Rosa offers 100% commission to their agents. And so right away, that allowed our team members and our agents to earn more money on the transactions that they closed. And it allowed us to continue to reinvest the splits that we get back into the business to help you guys. So
yeah, and we also had a relationship with the leader of the office we switched to. She was actually in my first class at another office brokerage firm, and we knew each other through the years and kind of circled back, and she's just a fantastic individual. So that, I would imagine, helped the transition as well.
Yeah, shout out to Norkeys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What is one thing you wish you would have known when you were starting your real estate journey?
Here's what I wish I would have known. Here's what I wish they would have told me, or the things that they would have told me when I first started, was to think of real estate as building your own business, not just going showing homes and opening doors. To build a business, and then to take that a little bit further, to reinvest in myself. So if I would have learned the investment model and had the investment mindset, 15, 16 years ago when I started this, I believe I'd be a lot further along with my personal wealth. And so I didn't learn that till later on in my career. The first probably half of my career was, I'm here to help people buy homes. And I never really thought that I'm actually here to build a business and build my wealth as well. So I wish I would have been made aware of that earlier in my career.
I should have went first, man. You took my whole answer, man. No.
That's what I always do.
Seriously, my answer to that is almost exactly identical. I wish in the beginning of my career I would have got in the game of owning investment real estate sooner. If I just could go back and change that one thing, that's what I would have done. And if I could help anybody else getting into this field, consider getting into the game of investment real estate as early as possible. Many people think that they will eventually get to it, and they study and read a lot, but they don't get in the game. So my advice is get in the game early, learn, and grow.
Absolutely.
So kind of to piggyback off that, what's the biggest difference you see in real estate now and when you guys started?
For me,
Yeah.
social media. Social media has changed the landscape of what we do, in my opinion, positively and negatively. I'll address real quick where I feel negatively is, unfortunately, I feel we're going to a transactional society as opposed to a relationship-driven one. I know there'll be core people who will always stand by their relationships, but the more and more media, the more and more options, and the more transactional I see things becoming. And that hurts me a little bit because I love relationship building and relationship driven economies.
Yep. So again, just like I stole his answer, he pretty much stole mine. I'm in 100% agreement. It's social media, the whole technical side of the business as far as social media and marketing has taken over, and everyone's doing business right on their cell phones, so it's less personal now. So yeah, I agree.
Okay, so you guys mentioned the consumer side, the aspect of that. What do you think someone that's starting the process of buying or selling their home should start thinking about when they're first beginning?
Yeah, I think my answer to that is, I think they need to educate themselves on the people that they're going to choose to hire to take them into and down that journey. There's too many of us, and it's unfortunate to say, but there's too many of us in this industry that don't treat this as a profession, and unfortunately, buyers and sellers get stuck with agents that don't take this as a serious profession, and they end up having a bad experience, and that makes it makes our industry, number one, look bad, and it makes their future experiences and their future purchases and sales harder because they don't trust what we do. And so again, the most important thing I would say is do your background check, and make sure you're associating yourself with someone that's going to get you to the end goal.
Yeah, 100%. People treat buying a home like an event as opposed to a process, and it is a process. And so I would piggyback off of that. Be diligent in your selection of the right representation, and understand that it involves logic and emotion, not just pure emotion, which most people utilize in their home buying and selling process. And it's a mixture of the two.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you guys sound well-rounded. So you guys have been doing this for a long time. What does a typical day look like for you guys?
Typical day for me, it's changed throughout the year. So when I first started, a typical day for me was get to the office, try and do some floor time. So back in the day, right, before social media, before all these things were available, people had to call into the office if they were interested in a property. And so, well, I think I'm dating myself here. But it's the truth. And so I'd get to the office and I'd just try and answer phones. And so I think that process has changed for me now, because we have a team that's established and we have systems in place. The first thing I like to do is get up, get my physical self right. So I like to go to the gym, I like to get my mind right. And then the first part of my day is usually follow-up and answering urgent emails that have to get answered throughout the day. And then I like to use my afternoons to set up any showings or any appointments that I have with sellers, because I know that after the afternoon is over, it's going to be harder for me to get back and answer emails, and so I like to attack that up front. And then in the evening time, love to spend time with my family if possible, and have some downtime as well.
Yeah, for me, I break up my days, my life into 4 quadrants: the health, the personal, the business, and the financial. And so the mornings are dedicated to health, yoga, reading, journaling, quiet time, gym. And then I head into my business portion of the day, which there's a couple of different tasks that have to be completed each day. New business development, got to make sure each day I'm spending a little time in trying to generate new business for the business. Working on files, making sure we have a systems check, checking in with our admin staff, making sure our team is well. All of that funnels into the business portion of the day. And then I'll lead into the later evenings, which is personal time. Got to be a good husband, have to be a good dad, and do the things I need to do at home and take care of my household. And then the financial portion is sprinkled through the week, where I check on our investments, make sure the budget is running correctly, any tasks related to new acquisitions we might have as it relates to investments or current portfolio stuff. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Eric's day made my day.
So wrapping it up, how long have you guys been doing this?
I got licensed in 2003, so 17 years.
I got licensed in 2005.
Okay, yeah, so you guys have seen it all. So to lighten it up and to wrap it up, what is, I guess, the craziest thing that's ever happened to you in this real estate business?
Wow. If I had to pick just one, there's been a lot of crazy things. I'll pick just one though. I had an investor client who was a cash buyer. We identified a property at 8 o'clock in the morning. We saw it, inspected it, and closed on it within the same day. Literally, we saw the property at 8 a.m. and by 4:30 that afternoon, he was transferring funds to the title company and signing documents.
Fastest deal
That's the
ever.
fastest deal ever. That is not the norm ever, and that was the craziest thing though that has ever happened to me amongst all the crazy things that has happened to me.
For me, I would say it's crazy when I reflect on it, but it's actually dangerous. As agents, especially when you're in the beginning of the career, you take a phone call for a potential deal and you're off. And I remember getting a referral, I'll try to be quick, and the house for a listing was located, even to this day, I don't know where it was. It was deep in the woods, somewhere, north, somewhere. And I get to the house and it's a log cabin, legit log cabin. And I greet in Florida, legit log cabin. I greet the homeowner. He starts commenting on my physique and how big I am, and take it with a grain of salt. Cool, everybody wants to talk about gym stuff, but it kept persisting to a level that was uncomfortable. And then I'm touring the house, and believe it or not, this home in Florida has a full-blown basement the size of the house. And I find myself in the basement while the home seller went to get something, and there was the only moment in my career that I looked around and realized I'm in danger. If someone wanted to close the door and lock me into this basement, no cell phone reception, no one would hear me. And I quickly, just for that moment, realized this is not the smartest thing to do, and I got out of the basement. Obviously, not saying anyone had ill intent or anything, but I just remember that moment, never feeling in danger ever in my career, but realizing that, wow, this career, you do have to be conscientious. You're meeting strangers in properties that you've never been to, and I would say that's the kind of scariest time in my career, not craziest.
Wow, bro, you're gonna
Holy
scare
cow.
me. These people are not gonna watch.
It's true, I'm just being truthful.
So if you want to be a realtor, watch out. You're meeting strangers.
And if you find a house with a basement in Florida,
Yeah, bring a partner or something. Yeah.
I had one question.
Okay. So thank you guys so much for taking the time and meeting with us. We know we appreciate you guys, and we have so much to learn from you guys, and it's always a pleasure. So
Thank you for the opportunity, really appreciate it.
Thank you guys, and just a shout out to you guys for what you're doing. All of the vlogs and the social media content that you guys are starting. I wish, again, like I think that was one of your questions, but I wish that when I started, I would have been kind of guided towards different directions like that. You guys are going to be on a great level within no time.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure.
I had an idea actually. I was thinking while we were interviewing them, we should start an interview series. We can
should.
interview Abe, Norkis,
Oh, we
maybe
should
a
do that.
lender, Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do a whole series on it.
Yeah, so let us know what you think down below, and we'll get that to you.
Thank you. See you guys next Sunday.